2025. And I am your host, Oluwasingo, and I'm here with the big man from the press, Kingfisher. um, so together with Kingfisher, we'll be taking you through the awards tonight, and we have brilliant individuals who have performed excellently over the course of the season. And yeah, we'll be talking about a lot. There were a lot of highlights this season, a lot of interesting banter, and yeah, we'll be talking about a lot this season. What are you looking forward to tonight, Kingfisher? What's one thing you would say you're looking forward to tonight?
Yeah, to be honest, I think it's primarily I'm looking forward to handing out these awards to people that have really deserved it over the course of the season. Unfortunately, some of the people that I personally have agendas against are going to be awarded, so that's not something I'm looking forward to. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a fun event. Give people credit where it's due, give them their flowers, and of course, set the tone for the next season. More players will definitely want to be here next season as well.
Oh yes, giving credit to who credit is due, even though you secretly don't like them. Um, so we will be waiting for people to join in. It was a very interesting season, and I think we're already familiar with who the big winners are. Um, we had we had Positive FC go away with the championship trophy this season, and it was a fierce battle between the defending champions Useless and Positive FC um, till the second week before the end of the season. I would say the penultimate week before the end of the season, where things began to take shape for Positive. But I would say Positive was quite consistent over the course of the season. Would you agree with that, Kingfisher?
Yeah, honestly, I think that's their biggest strength so far, and it's not just this season. To be honest, it was last season as well. It's That's one team that you look at and you are sure that, or prior to this season, you're almost sure that there's no match day where they're not going to live with something. And if you're a betting person, you always put a bet of 3 points, worst case scenario, 1 point on positive. That's something that's really, really helps them. It helps them in terms of putting points on the board, but I think more particularly, it helps them in terms of putting pressure on the people chasing. For useless last season, it was easy for them largely because they were underdogs of some sorts. Nobody knew what to expect. Pressure was not as much, so it was fun. Chelsea half of this season in real life, but then this season where they definitely had to defend their title or put their talk where their mouth is, they couldn't get that consistency going. And positive was definitely there to keep it going. Worst case is going to be a draw, but minimal losses, and that's what really separates them from the rest of the league so far.
Um, so I'm getting feedback from the audience that my audio is a bit low, so I would spend the next 1 minute trying to fix that. Sorry to cut you short there, Kingfisher.
No worries.
Perhaps Ace Kid, we can go on a short commercial break till we get the audio fixed. Yes, thank you for your patience. We're back. I hope the audio sounds a bit better for the audience. Apologies for the technical difficulties earlier. Um, I was just saying earlier how pleased I am to be here with Kingfisher. He was very active with the press work over the course of the season. We had, I think that was one of the highlights of this season, having those very interesting headlines and um, and pictures as well, like the caricatures. Um, could you talk to us about the inspiration behind some of those headlines, because they really made the league quite interesting this season.
Thanks for the shout out. But honestly, I think the guys do all the work. To be honest, it's easy to generate stuff when people participate, and I think the press conferences really helped shape a lot of those headlines or contents generally, because when people are talking back and forth, it's always just easy to pick up something. Then the group chat as well, it's always easy to pick up something. Primarily, the only filter that we use to come up with our media content is that we just want something that people can relate to and they can get contextually. That way they can engage and they are willing to share. So honestly, no magical process. It's just as it comes, we just drop it, and yeah, shout out to the guys that participated. I know it also helps that some players did the late minute transfer and they did not live up to their reputation. So that was easy food for media. Oh yeah, more next season.
Big shout out to you, man. Big shout out. Also shout out to the organizers. Yeah, starting from Ace Kid. I I should also mention the stats team, always diligent in getting the stats ready for the press conference. And yeah, big shout out to you guys. Um, I think we can already start with the first award. So the first award uh, would be the top scorer award. I think we kind of had an idea what this award will be going to uh, halfway into the season, I think, and there was much talk about one of the strikers getting twice as much goals as the next person, um, as the person next to him. I think this player had a fantastic season and netted a total of 26 goals. And yeah, we we should have the player now. Who does the award go to?
Licky from Positive FC. I have comments. I have many things to say.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out to Lakey. Yeah, good performance over the season, but it also doesn't help the runners up when certain teams decide to open their back line and Lakey is scoring 4 5 goals in a game. And not of the 26 goals, like 10 of them came over 2 games, if memory serves me right. So yeah, shout out to you, but yeah.
Our top scorer, Leke, congratulations. You win the award for the top scorer of the BTG Pro Clubs League Spring 2025. Congratulations. We would be expecting you to give us a winning speech in the comments. So feel free to wax your lyrical prowess there. Um, so, do you want to read that, Kingfisher?
Leke humbly dedicates his award to, and I quote, I dedicate this award to useless. That's all.
Yeah,
What a fantastic statement.
that's an interesting speech. That's an interesting speech because I remember from the second from the press conference before the last press conference of the season, there were comments from from positive from useless saying that almost half of the goals scored by Leke was scored against Kagawe. Perhaps you could say one or two things about that and shout out to your haters too. You already dedicated your award to useless, and yeah, feel free to throw in more banter there. You won it, and you have your golden boot. Congratulations. We wouldn't live without calling the runners up. The the first runner up is Mr. Money from Yankee League. Um, Congratulations, Mr. Money. You netted a total of 14 goals this season. Same goal scored as Nessie Bloody from Deadly FC. Also 14 goals. Congratulations there. Uh, good performance this season. And we wouldn't forget the third runner up. That's Kezal from School 2 FC. I can see Kingfisher is smiling, grinning from ear to ear. Kezal from School 2 FC, also one of the prolific scorers that we had this season, scoring 13 goals. Um, yeah, those are the runners up, and we have Leke as the winner there. I think we should also talk about the goals the goals scored by Positive this season, because the the total number of goals scored by Positive was 55 goals, and Leke scored almost 45% of those goals. And
That's
even
insane.
though even though Kagawe can be blamed for half of those goals, we'll still congratulate you. Um, yeah. So Leke is saying the team provides and he eats. That's shout out to the team right there. And I think we should be saying something about the providers next. I think that should be the next award. Then we see who is providing the goals scored by the strikers. So, Kingfisher, do you want to take this?
Yeah. So this award is personally, I think, arguably the biggest award for the season, honestly. And it's, yes, top scorer takes all the credit, but this is a very, very important award as well. It's personally my favorite, and I always look forward to it every season. So the next award is going to be for the best playmaker, pronounced maestro, if I'm correct here, but yeah, pronounce my my village people pronounce maestro. So yeah, and this is honoring the player with the highest number of assists, and as much as possible, also indicative of their overall playmaking abilities and their ability to create chances for their team and create scoring situations for their team as well. And the award goes to none other than, drum roll, their father, Popsy from Positive again.
Pop Singing from Positive FC takes the award for the best playmaker. Total number of assists delivered 16. That's a brilliant turnout for a provider.
That's
Congratulations, Pop Singing.
I
I,
think
I think
overall too. Sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Overall to beyond is because you know how EA rates their things, and people that get goals like get a lot of higher average ratings. Overall throughout the course of the season, I think his average rating ended at 8.4. And for Leke, who was the highest goal scorer by a mile, had about 8.5. So with a zero point 0.1 difference, that shows how well he contributed to his team over the course of the season. So double shout out there to Popsy for his stellar season.
Shout out to you, Popsy. We'll be expecting your we'll be expecting your we'll be expecting your speech. Feel free to write something, banter your haters, banter your enemies, and yeah, feel free. I'm just taking a look at the winner from last season, and if my data serves me correctly, the winner for the last edition was Ace Kid, who comes in first runner-up place. Do you think Ace Kid would feel a bit hard done? Because it seems like Positive had to make some changes, and Popsy turned out to be the provider this season.
Yeah. If I'm the one, I'll feel he's my teammate and I'm happy for him. But I feel like okay, nice one. I think this is probably I don't know how they set up. I know they play a 4-2-2-2, if I'm correct. So that probably affected how much of freedom to create or to be in a position to give the final assist that Skid could have this season. Also, probably also maybe they moved him a bit deeper in some games as well, and that. But also credit to him, to be honest, for coming on as the first runner up. Still points to the fact that this is good. So for Popsy, I don't know who exactly that is. Is that going to be Ola? And where did he play last season? Was he a striker last season and suddenly, or was he the second striker this season? Because that could also color this award and all this. I
So
can just take my double shutter back if it was second striker.
he
Because
was actually a striker last season. Regarding where he played this season, I think he was sitting behind the striker. Um, but you mentioned earlier that they play a 4-2-2-2. Um, Perhaps he can say something, or the captain can say something about his position this season. then, then
okay, somebody is saying first attacking midfield. Okay, fine, good. If you played Lamb, credit to you. But
so
yeah,
yeah,
also credit to. I think when we are giving them this award, we're also giving Kagawe FC their own award as well, because I'm sure half of this assist too came from Kagawe, so they might as well just share it. So Kagawe, if you're in the chat room, give your speech. You accept that speech for this category too. Thank you.
Kagawa is being called out. Yeah, they should be sharing this award with the positive players. Um, so just giving the start for the runners up, Ace Kid finished with 11 assists, and in second runner up position, it's Tommy Dre of Useless finishing with 9 assists, and third runner up is the Gamer, also from Positive FC, with 8 assists. I don't think we saw so much of the Gamer this
Yeah,
season. Was a quiet provider. Um,
that's interesting. The name doesn't look familiar, but shout out to you.
shout out to you. Feel free. Runners up, Ace Kid, Tommy Dre, the Gamer. You can also feel free to say something in the comments, and yeah, shout out to your team, and also shout out to your haters. Yeah.
At least there's a rep for useless in this category. That's something.
So they would say they at least got something from that. Okay. I think we should be moving on now. Um okay, we have a speech from the first runner up, Ace Kid. Um Ace Kid says, not a crazy speech. Nice to see my squad up there. And even with the change in role, still able to perform higher than the rest of the league. Okay.
Talk your shit.
Uh,
Nice.
okay. That's a shade to the rest of the league. Um,
Welcome to the Big Cats rep to the chat. You've not missed much. Your teammates or your team has not won anything, so welcome. Better late than never.
yeah. Shout out to Big Cat. Thanks for showing up. And yeah, we will be moving on to the next award now. Um,
Hmm,
oh yes,
big one.
um, the most valuable player award. This award is given to the player with the highest average match rating. This means the winner of this award had to have performed consistently over the course of the season, having exceptional performance in almost every game, so as to perform overall more than the rest of the league. So it takes a lot to be able to finish the season with the highest average match rating. And yeah, the winner of this award should really give themselves a lot of kudos. I really hope the winner of this award is not going to be a striker, because it would just feel like yeah, EA is just giving that award to forwards. Let's see what the surprise, or what do you think about that before we unveil the winner.
Yeah, I definitely hope he's not a striker. I would like to see I'd like to see more midfielders here. I'd like to see certain goalkeepers here. I'd like to see see some maybe midfielders here as well. But yeah, I really hope he's not a striker. But I know as this league progresses, we'll fix that striker bug. And I hope he's not a player from
You know how
Kagawe as
long
well
I've been
or
waiting for
something.
this.
But hands up. Let's unveil.
It's
Uh,
it's interesting that you talk about other positions on the field, especially the goalkeeper. Okay, I would keep that thought. I will save that thought for later, because we have unveiled the most valuable player. Do you want to take this
MVP for is it was it the fourth season or the winter season? Anyways,
spring
BTC of
spring?
spring
Yeah.
2025 MVP Leke from Positive FC.
Congratulations, Leke. Um, you have been awarded the most valuable player, having averaged over the course of the spring season 8.41
Wow,
8.41 points. That's
wow,
uh that's an impressive average
that's
over the
serious
course of this.
consistency.
Yeah, I can imagine there's a lot of 10.0 there. And
Definitely 10.0 against Kagawe, home and away.
perhaps when you're writing your speech, Leke, you can tell us how many 10.0s you averaged this season to be able to achieve this rating. Um, Congratulations to you, nonetheless. And we have in first runner up Popsy. Um, Popsy finished with an average of 8. Oh, so I think I misspoke. Leke actually finished with an average of 8.451, and Popsy finished with an average of 8.41. The next person was Ace Kid. Ace Kid with the second runner up position, finishing with an average of 8.23. And finally, we have Not Him from also from Positive FC. We would like to meet this player as well, finishing with an average of 8.01. Uh, it looks like it's all Positive FC here, and they
Unfortunately,
they've taken it all the way. So we have speech from the winner of this award. Um, do you want to give it a
yeah.
go?
So Leke says, "Oh God, even after missing two games, is that his speech? I just want to be sure." But he says even after missing two games with injury, you all need to do better, Sha. I need to join a smaller club to bring balance back to the league. Wow. Wow. Congratulations. Nice
I
one.
think clubs like Route One would be really pleased to have you on their team. So they will
Yeah,
be willing to welcome you if you're willing to take up that challenge.
that'd be really nice.
I mean, before we move on from this most valuable player, I was going to mention some impressive performance that we had this season because I remember vividly the goalkeeper for school too, giving an impressive performance and coming out with 10 points, 10-point rating in one of those games, and it took everyone by storm, and it was pretty much the highlight of the press conference that evening.
Keep the guys just you can't sing his praises enough. Super fantastic. And it's wild because in this league we do have pretty decent goalkeepers. Honestly, the goalkeeper from Open Your Mouth from I think was the Big Cats last season and then this season as well. We got some couple of individually good performances from keepers as well in bits and pieces over the week. So for him to really shine through and from that particular game and overall whenever I was able to play was quite impressive. So again, I have a bias here, but special shout out to Leo Pereira, arguably the most commercially visible keeper in the league.
It was an impressive night, an impressive outing from that goalkeeper there, and I think it would have been nice to mention a lot of other performance. That one just stick out in my
Yeah.
memory. I don't know if you remember any
Hmm.
laudable performance from the season.
Who else? Who else? Who else? Uh, well, not particularly. Honestly, the brain
It's
is not.
also fine if you mention players from your team.
Okay, yeah. In terms of player from my team, I could go on and on. I think this season was a good one for King Zhao, like Keza, our striker, that is, and it was a season where we're watching. Let me speak as an impartial person. So it was a season where School Two as a team did not really get the final balls to the attackers in good positions to score. And if you did watch a lot of his games, half the time his goals were very crucial. So it's not like some players that will score 4 goals, but after they are winning 3-0, then they will add 4 and it becomes 7. He was pretty much the player that would score the goal that needs you to get over the line and create it out of nothing. So pretty big shout out to King Zhao for his performance over the season. Also, some shout out to we switched our formation a bit in the last maybe 3-4 games, and one of our players as well that was previously playing on the right wing moved to centre forward, Imperial Tebs, and pretty much clinched the game against I think Useless for us, and another game decided those 2 games. Which was very fantastic with wonderful goals as well. So those 2 people I give shout outs. And special media shout out as well to Top Ready. I know we're very critical of him this season, honestly, but I did watch some of the games he played, and yes, he might not have come out as the MVP, but he did bring a bit of balance and cohesion to that team in his role. But yeah, it was easy for the media to always focus on his performances because again, the price tag was high. But shout out to him as well over the course of the season. Those are the people that really stuck out for me this past season.
Thank you very much for that honest analysis. I wouldn't add much to that. The performances I remember, I it's very easy for me to go straight to my team, because Aso Rock really did a number this season, and
Yeah.
especially in the second half of the season, and it was just quite unfortunate that we couldn't start this season the way we ended it, but we're still very pleased with our performance in the second half of the season. And yeah, very brilliant players. There was Computer Salapa. There was also Moses, who I think Moses appeared in the team of the week almost every week in the second half of the season for a defender. And yeah, Perhaps when we are looking at defenders, he might not appear because he didn't play up to the number of games required for him to appear in that list. But yeah, big shout out to him. Um, yeah, Positive FC seem to be taking up all the awards so far, and yeah, it would be nice to move on to an award that a positive player
Yeah,
doesn't
that'd
win.
be really great.
Yeah. So we're moving on to the next award for the night.
Ah, finally.
Yes, the best defender. The best defender award honors the player with the highest average rating while playing more than 51% of the games in defense. And this is akin to what I mentioned earlier. And yeah, I'm expecting that not a positive player wins this award, hopefully. What do you think? Did you have defenders on your team at the beginning of the season in sport?
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. We've always had defenders at least. So no, we didn't have a complete back line, to be honest. So especially we're short in center back. So occasionally we had to play with one AI and one CB and then the wing backs. But honestly, again, it's easy to look at my team. Shout out to Ray James. Easily one of the top defenders in this league, easily. And of course, we don't do him justice by conceding, putting in positions to concede a lot of goals. But that's a fantastic defender right there, playing in centre back. He also plays as a midfielder and a striker, so there's a lot of option. Also, shout out to left back from school too as well. Dex, fantastic left back. Uh, Always bumbling forward and coming back. So yeah, good shout out to him. Uh, there's this player I admire from this other team in at the back as well. Yeah, I think that's from positive. Oh, I'm not going to stop there. I don't admire anybody from positive. So yeah, let's continue. That's my speech.
I was actually going to comment on the number of goals conceded for the teams. Although Positive FC considered the least number of goals, 12 goals, Useless also considered also a small number of goals. They considered just 14, two more goals than positive. And I think Useless can boast of a solid defense because up till the seventh or eighth game week, they pretty much had the best defense. And I don't know, something happened in the seventh, eighth, and ninth game week, and they shipped in goals. So I don't remember any particular names from Useless, but I think they had a solid defensive lineup this season. I mean, I remember the lineup from Positive. I At least I am familiar with their two center backs. That's Mubarak, who likes to call himself Pro Club Studio now, and and Tolu Saba. Uh, really brilliant center back pairing there. Um, Aso Rock were also one of the teams that considered the least goals, 20 goals. And yeah, I already mentioned Moses, and also in defense was Floki, and sometimes was Amadi this season. Yankee League, I don't remember their defense. I remember we played against them, Aso Rock, and we won both legs. What was your experience playing against Yankee League, their defense?
It's difficult to evaluate their defense when you look at the stats and it lags like by 10-15 seconds. So when you play, of course, their defense will have good ratings because before you play your shot, it lags and they can get into position to kick the ball. But yeah, honestly, I did enjoy playing. Jokes apart, I did enjoy playing against Yankee League. I think they do play pretty good. We had um one one friendly with them. I think before we play them in the league, I think we won the first leg and they won the second leg. I'm not too sure to be honest, but yeah, I did enjoy playing them. Yes, we won the first leg and then we had complained about the lag, but the second leg I think they won. It's a fun team. Like I said, at some point during the season, I hope when we play them, when the ping is better, we'll be able to really appreciate what they bring to the table. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty decent team. Testament to the fact that they are still here. The others have gone.
Yeah, and Big Cat, I don't remember them having a defensive lineup. I don't remember anything from the games we played against them. But I remember the games we played against school too. Very difficult to break. Very good midfield. I don't remember your defensive lineup, but I remember it was also difficult to get goals. Um, Perhaps Big Cat can say something about their defenders in the comments. For Route One, although we lost the first leg to them and won the second leg, I don't remember them having defenders as well. So, um, yeah.
Roton is a very interesting club. I remember, like, I think that was 4 5 games into the season. I had reached out to their captain um about doing the special piece on them about how they were really flying and they were like the dark horses because they were consistently like just below users and positive. And for some reason I did not send the questions over early enough to publish before that weekend, but thankfully because that was the weekend their problem started. From that weekend till like five for the subsequent 5 weekends they were just losing, and that's when they got into where they got to. So in hindsight, thank God that we did not run that piece because it would have been a total mess. But hey, I appreciate their efforts to
Yeah,
help.
yeah, yeah. I remember Route One. I was actually tipping them to be up there among the top three. I mean, it's quite sad to see how they fell off, and yeah, we hope they rebrand, change the club name once more, and come back like a fresh team. Looking forward to them playing good football, especially looking forward to there are two legs against Yankee League next season. That will be fire. Oh, uh, we're seeing in the comment that Route One will be dropping out of the league. We hope they actually drop out and not come in new clothing. Yeah, that's just banter, by the way. Yeah, Big Cat confirmed that they didn't have center backs and they only had full backs, Gabi and OC. Yeah.
Impressive.
So that was good. That was good. Well done, Big Cat, managing to concede 19 goals, only 19 goals without center backs. Um, so I think it's high time we unveiled the best defender, um, with the highest average rating while playing more than half of the games in defense. Hopefully not positive.
Oh Lord. Best
Oh my
defender
good.
spring season from Kagawi FC. Unfortunately, Kagawi FC Sister Club, Pro Club Studio. Congratulations.
Pro Club Studio, shout out to you, big shout out to you. Congratulations on winning this award. You've been very consistent over the last 3 seasons now. Starting your career with the big club, Aso FC, then moving on, moving on to the current winners of the league. Um, uh,
It's
yeah,
nice
I
to see
mean,
it's nice to see one of the players that left your club actually making it in their new club. That's
I,
that's
I
impressive.
mean, we have always been proud of what we have in our club, and yeah, he's made in also rock, and we're pleased to see him do well in positive currently. Congratulations, Pro Club Studio. I wouldn't be reading that a skid.
But I think Pro Club Studios speech. I don't know if that's his speech. He's calling out his player for not taking that, and he says even after Ola couldn't take my start for one of the games because the game crashed at the end, and well, that's half his speech. So shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Pro Club Studio. You finished with an average rating of 7.31. Very impressive for someone playing
Yeah,
in
respectable,
defense.
actually.
And for the runners up, we have for the first runner up, you'll see Omi from Useless. Um, well done there. Second runner up is the center back pairing with Pro Club Studio. That's Saba for Positive FC. And in third runner up, it's Floki from Asurok. Um, Congratulations to you three. Jose Omi finished with an average rating of 7.27, and Saba finished with an average rating of 7.24, while Floki finished with an average rating of 7.19.
Wow.
Congratulations to you guys. Congratulations.
Saba almost joined school too, by the way. It was papers were sent so late, but yeah, that was something that was supposed to be the shocking transfer of the season. Everything
Oh
was
my.
agreed, but unfortunately,
Oh my, oh my. Uh oh my. That would have been a huge shocker,
yeah,
especially in that mid-season transfer window, which pretty
almost
much
almost
changed
happened.
it changed everything in the league.
Yeah,
It would have actually been fun to watch, and perhaps that could have been the start of Positive FC's crumble, maybe.
honestly.
Um, um, so just watch out, Positive FC. It appears that your players are up for grabs, and they feel like there's nothing more to do at the club anymore, and they can go achieve great things in clubs like School Two and Route One FC.
So I think we finally have the speech from Pro Club Studio. And it says, I'm just proud and thankful to my teammates, proud to be champions with Positive FC while leading our defensive backline alongside Tulu Saba. Nice, gracious.
Hold on, I think this picture is a true reflection of the performance of clubs this season in defense.
Yeah, yeah.
We we have Positive, then Useless, and also
That's right.
Asurok. That's fair. I think Big Cats would have been up here if they had actual defenders, but yeah, shout out to them as well and their AICBs. Floki is a brilliant defender. Yes. He's a multi-talented individual. He can play very well up front, and he's also the best defender we have uh, in the club. So
Impressive.
it's quite funny. We call him a player that drinks blood. Yeah. So so that's it for the best defender. And yeah, we should be expecting some transfers because I see clubs are eyeing players. We've had uh a tidbit from School too. What could have been. I wish that happened, honestly.
It was close.
Let's
It
see
was close.
how.
Very, very close.
Yeah.
He
So
really
you
did
can
like
you
the
can
club culture as positive. I think that was the real reason why he wanted to move. It was quite a
Oh
toxic
my.
environment.
Oh
So
my.
yeah.
Saba, are you here? Because it's going to be a tough dressing room if
But it
you're
can
staying
happen.
at
It can
that
still
club in
happen
the
to
next
soccer.
season.
Let's see how it goes.
Good. So we should be moving on to the next award.
It is time to reward best 11.
Oh, I really love this. I really love this
Mhm.
one. I really love this one. The best 11 acknowledges the top 11 players of the season across all positions. Uh, I really like this one. I really like this one. Let's try to form our own 11 before we start talking about what has been decided by the performance of players this season. Um, for me, in goalkeeper, I would straight up put that's goalkeeper from school too, Pereira. Immediately, immediately.
Thanks, and God
Uh,
bless.
well deserved. I don't know how many games he played this season, but
Yeah,
I was carried away by that performance that night, that 10.0 performance, and yeah, straight up. Um, I would also I should also give a big shout out to Nadu of Aso Rock FC. Brilliant goalkeeper. It's really good at what he does, and I think he probably had uh a very brilliant overall rating at the end of the season as well. Perhaps joint with Pereira, I don't know, but he appeared on the team of the week a couple of times in goalkeeper. Um, in defense, I would go with Pro Club Studio and Floki. For reasons best known to me, I wouldn't be explaining myself. um, in left back, I don't know of any other left back that has impressed pretty much this season. So I would just go with Adek from Aso Rock. And in right back, I would go with Oluwasegun in right back from Aso Rock.
this is shameless
um,
level, but continue.
um, so in the midfield, uh, this is quite difficult because we have some players that have turned out with impressive figures this season, but I wouldn't be naming them. I would go with I would go with let's see. Who I actually do not remember any other midfielder performing excellently this season, aside the midfielders from Positive and Useless and Aso Rock. So it's a bit difficult for me to put that. I would just be fair and go with Ace Kid in midfield. I would also go with a fantastic defensive midfielder from Aso Rock, Jacob, and I would include I would include I would include Deep Ball, also from Aso Rock. It's almost like I'm building an Aso Rock super
No
team.
shit.
um in forward, because I'm going with a 4-3-3. In forward, I would have Zaza on the left, and Leke in center forward, and on the right, I would have Simple Mind is a player who was also pretty consistent this season. Um, yeah, I
From Astro.
mentioned a lot of Aso Rock players, but you would have to bear with me because I don't think any other players deserve it above them. If we are being fair.
Ah, I'm less biased than you with mine. Let me quickly run through. So yeah, in goalkeeper, I'm definitely gonna put Leo. But special shout out to Open Your Mouth. I think that's the name I know him by from last season. I think the Big Cats goalkeeper, fantastic goalkeeper as well. Out, but he'll be on the bench in case my Leo gets injured. Center back, I'll go for potential school two signing Saba. I'll go for Ray James, current school two signing, current school two player. Uh, in right back, I can go for you as well. In right back, for lack of options, I'll just go for you right back. Oluwasegun. Then left back, definitely, I'm going to go for Dex. School two plays fantastically. In midfield, shout out to the dearly departed. I'll play with Deji because I really enjoy playing with Deji in midfield. I'll go with Deji, then I'll go with Kingfisher as well. Fantastic player, Kingfisher. Not the best of seasons, but yeah, fantastic midfielder. On and off the field, super talented. Um, then I'll add Ace to that. I'll probably play him right wing. I play 4-4-2 by the way, and then I'll put I don't know anybody that wants to play left wing should come and hustle for it. Then the two up front, definitely Kizal, and I'll play Leakey as well, definitely. So I'll play those two up front. It would be nice to see how the super team can actually play. Maybe something we should explore. But yeah, that'll be my first 11.
Yeah, actually, it's an interesting team you have there, and I think perhaps what you just mentioned is something that we should consider exploring, like create two super teams out of the league and more like an off-season challenge. What do you say, Ace Kid? Perhaps it should be like the NBA All Stars, something like BTG All Stars.
That
We
would
can
that'll be
have
fun.
something like that. Yeah, that will be fun. That will be fun. I think Popsy is upset. You be on my bench actually. You be on my bench. You'll be on my bench because we are not really sure. We are not really sure where you want to play. So until you decide where exactly you want to play. Last season, I actually picked you in forward, but this season, I'm not sure. I'm not
It's part
sure
of the positive
you.
fraud. That's how they make all this team of the week nonsense. I think that percentage quota we need to for that they put for defenders. They need to roll it out across board for every other position. You cannot play two strikers and now give one of them playmaker when he's tapping square pass and passing square ball tapping for the second striker to score. Oh please.
Popsy, you would actually make my bench. Then we would have to find where to put you. Maybe when Leke gets tired or when Ace Kid gets tired. Then we can bring you on. Um, yeah. So I think we should go ahead and fill in those positions. For the best 11. Can we have the formation, or do we just go one after the other?
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
would be nice to see the
So,
formation. What's the setup? I don't know if this
oh,
season because from the stats that we've seen, I suspect it's going to probably going to be a three at the back. Or I doubt if they're going to do a four at the back formation from
okay.
the performance.
Um,
But yeah,
it's sorry to cut you short. It looks like
okay.
we have our first player in goalkeeper. This is your daddy. If I see that, yeah, this is your daddy. Your
Nice
daddy from which club is
big
this?
cat. Your dad is big
Oh, Big
cats. Yeah,
Cats. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Finally, Big Cats.
shining light
Um,
in
con-
darkness. Wow.
congratulations, your daddy. From Big Cat. Perhaps, your daddy was actually the hero that we didn't mention because we were looking for center backs. In Big Cats earlier. Perhaps it
Hmm.
was their goalkeeper doing the magic. Uh, Cheers to your daddy for holding it down in goalkeeping. Um, I think the big cat captain just mentioned that he has been around for 2 seasons now. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Did he change his name?
Big shout out to your daddy. Moving on. Please feel free as you make the best 11. Feel free to put in a speech in the comments.
Okay.
Okay. So Kingfisher, we have another player
So
here.
definitely a three at the back, and that's Saba at left center back. That's a good shout as well. No surprises there.
Also
But
not
positive FC.
surprised. He's a player that I think it's fair that he makes the team. He formed a credible centre back
Yeah.
pairing alongside Pro Club Studio, and yeah, it's a fair point having
I
him
hope we're
here
not
in
going to
the
have a
starting lineup.
lineup of positive FC center backs now because
Then we are going to have a problem. Then we are going to have a problem.
but Saba definitely can't argue with that. Interesting to see who the next name is.
So we have your daddy in goalkeeping, Saba in left centre back, and in centre back we have Jose Omi from Useless. Congratulations, Jose Omi from Useless. Big shout out to you. I
Nice.
think you're correct. It's looking like a three at the back formation, and yeah, we have two of them now. You'll see Omi from Useless, Saba from Positive.
Oh,
And I mean, this is expected. The best defender in the Spring 25 BTG Pro Clubs League. Do the honors,
clubs.
Kingfisher.
Pro Club Studio from Positive. Sorry, Kagawe FC. Pro Club Studio from Positive FC, right center back. Shout out to you, defender of the season, anyways. So yeah, it would have been crazy for you not to make make the team of the year. So yeah,
big,
congratulations to
big shout out, big shout out. Yeah, Floki. If this was different, you would have made it.
that made
But
it. If
shout
they
out to
played
you.
six at the back, if the top of played six at the back, they would have made it.
Okay, and in left midfield, it's looking like we have Popsy from
Hmm.
Positive FC, also a player from the Champions. Popsy, also he won the playmaker of the season,
Yeah,
providing 16 assists. It's fair that he makes
impressive.
this best 11.
Why are they sticking him left or right left wing forward when he played as center second striker all season? Yeah, shout out to him regardless.
And alongside Popsy in midfield, do the honors, Kingfisher.
We have MI. Who is MI? What's the full me? From also from Positive FC, definitely. But we have MI. Oh, Temi. Yeah, Temi
Ah,
from Positive
okay,
FC.
okay.
Nice.
Um, it's a midfielder from Positive FC. Uh, According to the stats I have over here, he averaged 7.71 over the course of the season. Me, MI, or me from Positive FC.
Temi from Positive.
Never heard of this player throughout the season.
There are some.
Also
We
another.
need to really look at this club. Oh. There's certain things. Where's this guy from Yankee League? Where's Joash Gray? we need to look at. We need to look at this club. Something is up. There are some new names.
That's actually interesting. Josh Gray started this season claiming to be the best defender that we would see in the league, and he didn't appear in the top five defenders. And I don't think we ever saw him in the
Team of
team
the
of the
week. Nah.
Uh, we hope that things turn around for him next season and he can actually show up. Uh, we have another player here in midfield. someone from
Useless.
Useless, and this is Otto Willis. Otto Willis, congratulations as you join the midfield, the best 11 for spring
Congratulations. Yeah.
25.
We need to have a players mix and meet and greet so that we can put faces to or put names to the
Oh,
names we have on the board. Because some of these
oh
people,
yeah.
it's either they are fraud players or they didn't come.
I
But
I
yeah.
have I have I have comments. I have comments. But let's see the complete team. I have comments. And that's another reason why we need to attend the press conference, because it's also an opportunity to
Yeah.
put a persona to the players, and there we also get to meet who you are as a player, and you can come and banter, you meet the team, and yeah, you meet the entire community, and it's just fun. So yeah, endeavor to make it to the press conference after the games every weekend. So um I think we finally have the last player of the best 11 midfield, and I would allow you to do the honors.
This is terrible. But yeah, shout out to Askid from Positive FC for frauding himself into the right wing. I remember when the right back from Useless called him out to come and face him in their El Clasico. I don't know what the performance was like, but it was not present. But suddenly he's on the best exile. But yeah, who am I to argue? Shout out to you. Congratulations to this kid of Positive FC. Sorry, Kagawe FC. But yeah, shout out to you.
Uh, let's go over the names we have already. In goalkeeper, we have your daddy from Big Cats. In defense, we have Saba, Jose Omi, and Pro Club Studio.
Yeah.
Saba from Positive, Jose Omi from Useless, and Pro Club Studio from Positive. Do you want to go over the
Yeah.
midfield?
Then we have your daddy in English, but in Yoruba, sorry, Popsy from Positive FC. We have Temi from Positive FC as well. We have Otto Willis from Useless FC. We really need to investigate this name. Then we have Ace Kid, fourth midfielder from Positive FC as well. That's a
Like
strong midfield, by the way.
like I said earlier, I have comments, so I would implore you guys to start giving your comment about this lineup, please, so that my comment will not be the first. So, guys, let's start hearing your feedback about this best 11. What do you think? What do you think about the players that are up here? Let's know. Do you think these are the actual best midfielders, best defenders? Best goalkeeper. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear what you think. Let's hear what you think.
Guys, in the comments, oh Lord, this is fascinating to be honest. And again, like this is when it pains me that teams like Kagawa and pre transfer window 5 star exist in this league because they were the ones shipping 7 goals to these teams, and these players are making XI over 2 games that they had 10.0 ratings. It's
Oh
wild.
my. Oh
But
my.
hands up, we go again.
Oh my. Oh my. I mean, there was one evening where I think I can't remember if it was 5 star or Kagawe that played against Positive, and I I was so confident that my players had achieved remarkable ratings, and I was expecting them to appear in the team of the week. Then I was seeing some Positive FC players. Then I went back to check. They only played one game against one of these guys, whether it was Kagawe or who it was, and they averaged 10.0 in that game, and they just used that
I
to
remember
take
that
over the team of
they,
the week.
they slapped those guys. I remember that game. Oh boy.
Let's see the forwards. Let's see the forwards.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
we
Okay, so this is meant to be a 3-4-3 formation. Okay, so that's not him from Positive FC as well, occupying the right wing, right forward position.
we are seeing the sixth positive FC player in the best 11,
Hmm. You
and now
spoke
we have the seventh
yourself.
player.
And okay,
uh,
yes, highest goal scorer definitely playing it as center forward. Uh, yeah, that
yeah,
thank God.
there's no argument about that.
Yeah,
By virtue of the number of goals scored, he deserves to be in that best 11. Um,
and the
and
final
lastly, we have Mr. Money from Yankee League. Um, Mr. Money completes the best 11 of the Spring 25 Pro Clubs League. Um,
that's
and
that must have been some consistency from him
yeah,
because yeah, didn't show up all night, but makes the team of the year. That's impressive.
it will be interesting to know how many times each of these players appeared in the team of the week.
Not too many
Because
times, I assure
there
you.
are players that I never saw. For instance, like me, MI, uh, Otto Willis. I think I saw Mr. Money once. Um, and it could also be as a result of the kind of formation that was used in the
Yeah,
team of the week, and could have been difficult. But now we're taking into consideration the entire season and how consistent was your performance
yeah.
over the entire season. And this is what we have. It's a 3-4-3 formation. Um, and we have your daddy in goalkeeping. In defense, we have Saba from Positive FC, Jose Omi from Useless, Pro Clubs Studio uh, uh,
Positive as
from
well.
Positive FC. And also from Positive, we have Popsy in midfield, MI from Positive in midfield, Arthur Willis from Useless, Ace Kid from Positive, and in the forward positions, we have Mr. Money from Yankee League, Leke from Positive, not him from Positive. That's your best 11 uh, for this season.
Interesting. So, which of the names were their best 11 last season? I'm trying to gauge for consistency as well. Last season, I think we had Ace Kid. I think it was also Maestro last season. Uh, that's who I can remember. The striker, maybe.
Ian
Yes.
was there because he was the striker last season. Popsinian was there. Uh, I can't remember if Saba was there, but I think Pro Club
Mm,
Studio might have been in the team of the season last
mm,
season. Oh, okay. Yeah, he confirms that he and Saba
yeah.
appeared in the best 11 last season. So
Was it
that's
Nasuro last season? Was it this season he moved, or he moved last season as
he moved before the start of the season last season.
well? Okay.
So yeah.
It's like your team is toxic. Oh. Yeah, the one you're always losing good players.
I mean, I don't want to comment further because anything I say anything I say can be used against me.
I mean, but nice lineup. Iskid, I remember the controversy around Iskid's Maestro Award last season. I think everybody had questions. Where are the stats? Where's this? Where's that? That was a fun. It was a fun chat room last year. But good to see him here. At least put to bed those conversations. But then
Thank
again,
you very much. Yeah.
yeah,
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
I said. But then again, he's also skewed towards positive FC thanks to
Mhm.
players like Kagawe and the likes. But yeah. But I think one thing we also did last season, I don't know. Okay, no, it was not. It was just having like alternate special shout out to certain players. I know we've already given our alternative best 11s, but it would also be nice to really just shout out to them. Kings. Okay, this is the team of the season from last year.
From last year. Yeah. um yeah, we had just three positive players, two defenders and a skid. So I was wrong. Popsini did not make the best 11. I don't know why I thought he did. Um but he did not make the best 11. We had also three useless players,
Mm.
not useless in actual sense, but from the club useless.
That will be because they didn't defend their rights.
So we don't see any of them this season, and from big cats we see Zainab and Babs. Uh, none
When the
of them
cats
make
were
it.
actually big.
None of them make it to the team of the season. And I would like to hear from Big Cat. Is this the same goalkeeper? D? Did he change his name? Is it the same goalkeeper? Let's know, because that would be mad consistency.
Mm.
And yeah, D Williams from
Shout out to
Aso.
Ball Search for working title. I think that's the working title logo from last season.
Oh yeah.
That is inevitably
Oh yeah.
disbanded.
Yeah, shout out to Bolsack. Also, big shout out to Dickwa Williams. This season he wasn't able to play a lot of games, mainly due to the Ramadan period, and
Ah,
also, yeah, Asurok missed him a lot this season, and yeah, he still remains a legend in the BTG Pro Clubs League. Um,
legend of one season wonder.
yeah. So we have confirmation that it's the same goalie. It's D. Um, from last season, he's now your daddy or something. Yeah,
It would have been two
this
seasons to
season.
be honest. If not that my keeper was not recording his statistics because he was changing them every week. But yeah, shout out to you, Sha.
Yeah, next season we hope to see him somewhere in this list. I think it will be an interesting fight next season, because a lot of clubs have realized that goalkeepers actually add something
Yeah,
to teams' performance, and they can also make or break a game whenever
definitely.
they feel like it. So yeah, we should be seeing competition in goalkeeping next
Next,
season.
next, I'm really excited about the awards from next season. To be honest, I know next season we'll have different twists and turns. Maybe we'll get to see some contenders for goal of the season here and there, plays of the season. Let's see how that goes. That'll be fun as well, because I like to see how somebody scoring 6 goals against Kagame, probably 6 tappings, and then. But yeah,
I think that's word to the organizers to make sure the competition is stiff next season, so that we don't have people just shipping in goals. Because even when Aso Rock FC was going through a tough time, they weren't shipping in goals. And yeah, we should have competitive teams in the league next season.
you should watch out next season. My striker is going to be right up there next season, definitely. We found a way around it. Just watch out.
Looking forward to that. I would now say my comments that I've been trying to suppress
Yes,
all this
please.
while. I honestly do not think this best 11 can can actually beat the super team I cooked earlier.
Hmm,
And I'm
definitely. I
being
agree with
I'm
you.
being honest.
Yeah,
I think the midfield could use some help, and the defense is actually the best part of this team, because there's no argument.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think the team I cooked earlier,
I do agree.
best this
I
team
agree with you.
in
Your team was
midfield.
missing Kings out, but yeah, I agree with latter parts of the team. Honestly, that's easily the best striker in this league. Like, forget this 26 goals tapping against Kagawe. That boy can play. Okay, yes, I agree. The striker did score some very good goals that I saw that I caught. Okay, yeah, so both of them can play together. Let me keep it at that. But all these other people, upcoming artists, they-
We actually need to test. We actually need to test this best 11. Unfortunately, it's not there are overlaps between certain players for this season and last season. If it was a totally different team, I would actually be open to the idea of setting up last season's best 11 against
yeah,
this season best 11. It would actually be interesting to watch that. But I think the defense line looks pretty similar, and we also have the same keeper, even though we can easily have another goalkeeper. But let's know what you think. Let's know what you think. Um, uh, I mean, Leke just loves Kagawe. He
if not
wants to
you
play
call,
Kagawe every week.
if not you call,
Leke, let's hear. What was the highest number of goals you scored this season and in one game,
one
and
game.
against which team? Let's see that in the chat. But we are also still looking forward to your comment about the best 11. Please let us know what you think. Ace Kid, let's hear your honest opinion about this best 11. Zaza of Africa, let's hear from you. Pro Club Studio, let's hear from you. Um, Hey Ola Popsi, let's hear what you think. Even though you find yourself on the best 11, let's hear your honest review.
If you recall, which game do you think was your best game this season that you watched? The most interesting one.
The most interesting one. The most interesting one I watched. Um, the most interesting one I watched.
Someone in the comments said facilities game.
Which game was that?
Oh,
Which game was the
I
facility game?
forgot the team that I think was it Yankee League. It was Yankee League that said they didn't have enough facilities, like their facilities were not up to par or something funny like
Those
that.
those guys cooked a lot of excuses. I remember those headlines, those headlines from the press. Those guys were just coming out with
Ah,
different excuses week in week out.
that-
Um, s- so I think the my favorite game this season was the game against Positive at the end of the season.
hmm,
I think even though Positive had pretty much won the title in that game, a lot of people were still looking forward to fireworks in that game, and there was just hate on both sides. People would have been happy to see Aso Rock lose. People were also happy to see Positive lose, and yeah, it was impressive character from Aso Rock, going down in the early minute of the game. I
I'm
think
coming back.
we were down very early in that game, and then we had to go into the deepest parts of our character bag and win that game 2 goals to 1. I think that game marked a remarkable season for Aso Rock. That's
Hmm.
the game I watched.
You guys
Um,
actually play tough games, to be honest, because I remember the one we played against you as well was crazy. Like, and it was we. I think
both
we
both
stole
games
it.
actually,
Yeah,
both
both games
legs,
were both legs
both
were insane.
legs, both
Best teams
legs.
in the
I
league, footballing quality wise.
I really enjoyed those games, both legs, because school 2 was really tough to break down. We thought it would be easier in the second leg because
Yeah.
we had reinforcement, but it actually wasn't easy. We still had to dig out something for that game.
So
For the
many
game I
comments.
didn't watch,
Yeah. Mhm.
I think it would be the game useless versus Yankee League. I think I watched the end of that game, and yeah, it was a good watch. It was a good watch.
Yeah, shout out to Yankee League. Nonsense team, nonsense captain, but those guys are actually like giant slayers. I think they slaps positive and useless in the same season. They can be annoying to play against. Very, 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 very nonsense group of people. But yeah, happy to have them in the league. They have this energy that they bring. That's really nice. Loads of comments in the chat room as well. I'm seeing some about Leke scoring four against school too. Those are not that's not important information for this award, guys. Also more important stuff.
um, so we have a comment from Sainda. I think one of the either the captain of BCAT or the I think they have another position. Whether it's the technical manager or something. um, but it's the one who takes care of transfers that wasn't able to succeed
They should just
in the
sack him.
last 3 seasons. Always getting players that don't add much to the team, according to the press, according to
Allegedly,
allegedly.
we also it. Just get them
Allegedly.
out.
So we see one-sided best 11. It shows how much the other teams were just bad this season, including Big Cats, considering that last season's 11 was very widespread. I think that's a fair point. Um, there were specific teams that allowed one team to start pad, and I mean we've discussed this over and over again. So I kind of agree with your point there, Sainda. Um, do we take the comments one
Yeah.
after the other?
Okay.
You take the next one from
Let me
SK.
see. Yeah, so SK says, as a captain, I'm very pleased. My boys demand quality from themselves, and it's nice to see many of us up here. Then he also goes on to say, as a player, I easily go under the radar, but one of the best midfielders. Okay, I think that was to a separate conversation. Then in relation to Exile and Ace Kid, because he's still Ace Kid, he also says, as an organizer, disappointed. What are the rest of the teams doing? Reminds me of the year FIFA 11 was only Madrid and Barcelona players. Oh,
Uh,
boy, they were not
um,
this bold beginning of season, though, when they were chasing useless. If not for useless becoming useless, all this stuff would have ended. But
I
continue.
actually remember them saying they were not competing for the league
Yes,
title
now.
earlier in the season. It was plausible deniability.
Oh God, I hate it here.
Um, then yeah, Zaza of Africa saying start partying is KTV. Then uh we
Unimportant
have comments
information.
about
Next.
about the 4 goals that that school two shipped. They're asking you questions about that.
Can't see.
Did this
Can't
really
see.
happen or is this just
I'm not
banter?
sure. Can't confirm or
Okay,
deny.
okay. Um, yeah. So
Favorite game for Ace Kid as well was the one against School Two. Yes, positive school. So that was a good one. I think they broke our heart at some point when they scored. There was one game. I don't know if it was the first one when they ended up scoring four. I think we started strongly, then they scored four, and the second leg as well. I think they also won the second leg. But yeah, it was always a tight game against positive. Always a nice game rather against positive because yeah, we're super pumped when it's time to play them. So that was good memories. The school two versus useless one too was quite fun.
Oh, I missed that game. I
And
don't know if the game is online anywhere. I would like to watch that game.
I can bring it back. I'll put it back in the group chat. Very, very fun
Yeah.
game. We watched that game an unholy amount of times as a team. We were so excited that we slapped those guys. But yeah,
Um,
nice.
so we see um Like is saying Positive wouldn't be competing again next season. Uh let's see if you actually compete or
That's what
you're
you said
you're
this
still
season.
doing possible to my ability. We will be having competition. I believe we will be having tough competition in the next season
Yeah.
as we have a lot of interested clubs, and yeah, they would have to prove themselves to enter the league. So no start padding, Leke, no start padding. Uh, the rest of the teams and people like me or MI, we
We don't
didn't
come
we
in
didn't
last
see
minute and
you
enter team of the season.
we didn't see you throughout the season. Or I'm actually going to check later. I think Muiwa put pictures of the team of the week so far. I would go and check that and see if any of these players were missing throughout the season. It will be an interesting discussion later on.
Yeah. But to your point earlier, just to really stress your point earlier, I think, and it's for the guys on the call, captains and co, like get your people in press conferences. Like it's really, really worth it as much as you can. Whether you lose or you don't, just get in there. It helps keep the energy going, and that's really what we are looking for. That's what makes us different. Played in a couple of pro clubs leagues, not as exciting as this one because of the effort and dedication that the organizers put into it and participation from the larger group. So yeah, we need to keep it going.
Oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes. I think that marks the end of tonight's award ceremony. Um, and I would just like to say thank you to Five Star United, Tagaway, who have relegated. Also, thank you to Deadly FC. Looking forward to seeing you again next season. Route
Yeah,
One AFC also sadly dropped out of the league. All the best. School 2 football. Looking forward to seeing you again next season.
yeah,
Big
we'll be there.
Cats, looking forward. Yankee League, looking forward with better Pingo. Um, yeah, Aso Rock will definitely be back next season.
Yeah,
Useless, we hope to see you competing, actual competing next season. Positive FC. We hope you can defend your title and not be like useless next season, and not be useless like useless next season. Yeah.
the
Um.
the two teams that had the finest logo, now them relegate to just put it out there. Sharp logo from Kagawa and Five. You can tell they paid graphic designer to do this. They not Canva like other teams. And look at them.
They put in all their effort into the logo and
Yeah,
not so much effort into the football.
yeah.
That could have been you guys as well, school too.
See, it would have been terrible. Oh. I don't even think about it. Like it was do or die. We had to stay up. Now it would have been terrible. We had to stay up. Thank God.
I remember those graphics in the beginning of the season with the classroom and
We'll just carry our graphics and be going. Nobody, you hear him from us again.
but I'm happy you guys are still here and we will be seeing more of Moonsports
You guys need
news.
to see our kits for the new season, man. It's
Oh,
insane. We have that sorted. We'll be launching when we get final confirmation on dates. We're even coming back better this year. Just watch
okay,
out.
okay. Cool, cool, cool. Also, big shout out to all the awardees tonight, from Leke to Pop Singing to Pro Club Studio and to all the members of the best 11, big shout out to you guys. You performed excellently this season and you were consistent over the course of the 9 game weeks. Yeah, remarkable from you guys. Also, big shout out to the team behind the scene making this happen, from the organizing team to the start team. I mean, it would be brilliant to name all of you, but I don't want to name some names and miss out on some names. Just
Yeah,
know that you're well appreciated. Moon Sports News, big shout out to you guys. You have made this season a memorable one, and you're really appreciated. Thanks so much for doing what you do, and we hope to see more next season.
yeah. We're also recruiting
And
reporters. So allow me.
yeah, perhaps you should announce that should announce that
Yeah,
um reporters, if you're interested in reporting, if you like the spicy headlines, if you know how to banter very well, if you have people that you have in mind, then Moon Sports is the place to
well,
execute whatever you want to execute. Your mischief, you
we
can
take
do
it
it on Moon
gladly.
Sports. um, Also, big shout out to the organizers, BTG, the
Yeah,
BTG community as well. Yeah, this was a brilliant season and a lot of remarkable memories. And yeah, I think for the off season we can throw highlights and some interesting games. We can just throw them
yeah,
into the group so we can watch. I think Big Cats have a social media manager now that does all those stuff. They took ours, so we are not so we are not
guys
so
even lost
active.
your social media manager. Wow.
We are not so active now. Oh yes, we have something from Ace Kid. He's talking about doing a thread of the best headlines of the season for Twitter. I think that would be
Yeah,
brilliant.
that'd be nice.
That would be brilliant. It would also help to keep those gems so that we can bring them out when we want to do banter in the future. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Pro Club Studio is saying big shout out to Kingfisher and Olua Single. Says we kept it fun, entertaining, and engaging. Yeah, thank you to everyone who attended tonight. We really appreciate you. We couldn't have done this without you and your messages and the interesting speeches. Really appreciate it. And I guess that's it, Kingfisher. I should
Yeah.
say big thanks to you for doing this
Thanks for
interview.
having me. Really
Uh,
host.
uh, it was a brilliant evening, and I think yeah, we made something happen tonight.
Thanks
Thank you.
everyone. Thanks guys. Thanks our guests. That be audience. Shout out to you.
Muiwa, make sure we see you next season in every capacity, both on the field and off the field. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Have
Have
a
a
good
great
evening.
night. Let's go and
Bye.
finish your classical.